welcome back to the channel. As y'all can see, I'm here in my garage. This is the 300 that I was telling y'all about. I'm in a tight little spot in my garage. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this thing. Remember I told y'all she complained about coolant smell, coolant leaks, and all of that. So what I want to do is verify, actually, was it a coolant leak? And yes, I smell it. I drove it here. In fact, I brought my coolant system pressure tester home just in case I needed it. All right, I highly recommend using a pressure tester to pressurize the cooling system in order to help find the leak, pinpoint the leak. Under pressure, wherever the weakest point in the cooling system, coolant should pour out of it, leak out of it. So you should be able to visually see it, okay? So, but don't forget to put some form of liquid in it before you do that. All right, so let me remove a couple things because I'm still not convinced. Well, even though I see all this good stuff. Oh, yeah. I see all that liquid down there. Let me get y'all a nice, good view. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. See all the orange on the radiator? Right up in that area. So, yes, they was correct. I do remember putting this fan on here. This is an aftermarket fan. Okay, now the dilemma I'm having is, like as you can see, this is a 5.7 Hemi. All the other models in the 300, which is the 3.5 and the 2.7, you can simply rock the radiator forward and bring it out. For the life of me, I cannot remember how I got it out. But normally on the Hemis, we let it up in the air and just bring it down past the, you know, the holder, the frame holder, the bracket. But I don't have that option because I'm not in the air. All right, y'all. I don't want to waste so much time because I don't want to be in here in this garage all day. It's kind of chilly. So I'm going to start yanking off parts. I'll get y'all as much footage as I can. The goal is to get the radiator out. So let me go over a few things. We'll have to remove the fan, electric fan assembly, the air cleaner, okay, these little brackets and covers, all of that. And hopefully I'll be able to rock the radiator forward to bring it straight up instead of down because I'm not on the ground. All right, so like I said, I'll try to get y'all as much footage as possible. Let me get started. Stay tuned. All right, so first thing first, we got to get the fan out. All right, the fan is just held on by two screws, just two 10mm screws. So once you get those out the way, simply unplug the fan and you just got to fish the fan assembly all the way on up out of here. Okay, you will have to remove the radiator hose, the upper radiator hose. Okay, the only thing I'm really concerned about, guys, is as you can see, this is a Hemi, right? So the history of the Hemi is, man, dropping valve seats and things like that after it's been overheated. So I don't know if she's overheated the engine, but you got to be extremely careful with these Hemi engines. Not just Hemi, any engine utilizing an aluminum cylinder head. Okay, those valve seats, if that head get real hot and expand or retract, the valve seats could drop. And once that valve seat drop, the piston gonna come up, and if that valve seat hanging down, that's it. That is a wrap. Okay, so I've had one in the shop one time. We was debating whether to just put heads on it, but the piston head came up and smacked the valves and just punched a hole actually in the piston. So at that point, we didn't want to gamble with it. So we ended up replacing her complete engine. So that's the only thing I'm concerned with on this car is if she let it overheat, and now she may have warped the head. I don't know. I will not know until I get this radiator replaced, fill it up with coolant, and drive it, and find out then. Okay, but it drove over here. Okay, I've topped it off with water on the way over here. All right, so now I can actually see the radiator, and it looks like I will be able to fish it through here. So all I gotta do now is get the condenser off of the radiator, okay, and remove the lower radiator hose, and that should be it. All right, so y'all hang tight, man. Let me go to another ad commercial break, and we'll be right back. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and start removing all these little cover plates and these radiator hold down. They're just 10 millimeters, so I'm going to go ahead and get that because I will have to go out and get my drain pan, okay? I do not want coolant all over my garage floor. So we'll go chase my drain pan. It's around here somewhere. I will have to find it. I mean, when I pull the upper radiator hose off, then nothing come out. So it's obviously very low. Alright, so we got to get both of these out. Remember, it's two of them, one on each side. And all we're doing now is trying to get the condenser off of the radiator. There's some connections down there that's holding the condenser on to the radiator. Alright, see there's one. It should be like four of them holding the condenser onto the radiator with little 10 millimeter screws. There's one right there. There's one down at the bottom. And it's one same position but on the other side, one up top, then one on the bottom. So let me fish those out of there and we shall proceed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have the condenser now off of the radiator. So the radiator's freelancing now. Only thing holding it in place now is the lower radiator hose. So once we get that off, the radiator should be ready to come out. Okay, so let's see if I can get a good bite on this radiator hose. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have the lower radiator hose off. So now it's just a matter of fishing the radiator assembly out of its place. Alright, this takes some serious finagling. Alright, so I'm going to come out from the bottom. I'm going to bring the bottom up and down just to clear this top frame. Let's see if this works, because these shields are, I'm catching on these little shields. Oh, looks like we are scot-free, y'all. Come to Papa, baby. Go ahead and get this shield out the way, because we will need to reuse that. I smell success. Even though I'm making a mess, I can live with that. Ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit more. Get this power steering hose out the way. Yeah. Come on, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Radiator assembly. We have the complete radiator assembly out of the car. As you can see, it was leaking over here on the right side. Radiator seams just coming apart. Good thing for her, this particular radiator came with a lifetime warranty. Like I explained in the previous video, that do not cover labor. Somebody has to pay me to do this again. As she went to a Chrysler approved dealership and this happened within 12 months or 12,000 miles, or 1 year or 12,000 miles, they would have repaired it free of charge. No labor or no parts. That's the difference between a dealership doing your work and your mechanic friend doing it. But unfortunately, in some cases, the dealership is extremely, you would have been out of way more money. It's more expensive. All right, I'm going to go back in the trunk, get the new radiator and put it in. I'm just going to simply reverse the removal procedure, okay? Reverse the removal procedure in order to install. There's no need for me to film that. I had a hard time with camera angles. Anyway, now here's the bleeder valve I was telling you about. This is what we bleed this particular car at. But I have double duty. I'm going to use my bleeder funnel and this hose. I found my Allen set. So I will be able to remove that and properly bleed the system of all air. Okay? Because as you know, that coolant also has to travel to the heater coil. All right, so the customer will have heat, sufficient heat. We are now in the winter season and she may want her heat. All right, so I'm going to shut this down, man. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video.